Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I am embracing my winter wonderland. I am going to be doing a tray. Now, as you see, I have the Tiffy blue out. I am going to mix up just a little bit of resin, mix in the Tiffy blue pigment paste from Eye Candy, and I'm just going to go around the edges to do that brim. So this is going to have to be done in several layers, and it will need to cure in between. I mixed up 80 milliliters of resin and stirred in my Tiffy blue. Love this color. I'm going to get that stirred in really good. Make sure it's evenly dispersed so there's no strands throughout my color. And once that looks good, I'm going to spray around the edges with my isopropyl alcohol and then take my fingers and get down into those corners to make sure just everything is got enough coverage on it so there's no bubbles that are going to hide down in there. Once I've done that, I'm going to pour in there slowly. I was so tempted to pull the sides apart, but I knew once I pulled the side away, it gives extra space, so when I would release it, it would just squish up. So I keep going to do it, but I stop myself each time. I pour slowly around the edges, trying not to incorporate any bubbles as I'm pouring. I gotta spin it around so I can get a better angle on the other side. Stop trying to pull it. Just pour it in there, leave it alone. Because it is so cold where I live, I have started putting my resin into a warm water bath. Can you see how nicely this flows after doing that? It stirs so much better, it pours out so much better. I don't know if it's good for the resin or not. I'm not a water bath resin warmer-upper expert, but it seems to be working really good. I'm going to tap it a little bit, get my dotting tool in there in those corners, make sure there's nothing hiding. Give it a little bit more resin, trying to get it just up to the edge. I don't want it to go over onto the flat surface. I'm going to smack it around a little bit, see if any bubbles pop up, and then finish topping this off. All right, here comes stage 2. Snowflakes. So I have the smallest amount of resin mixed up, and I put in Eye Candy's white pigment paste, and I am going to make these beautiful, delicate, dainty little snowflakes. I got these off of Amazon. It was a pack of 3, and I think it was like $7. There's different sizes. I'm going to use all 3 sizes. These literally take maybe 3 drops of resin, but you do have to squish them around. I have my silicone tool and I'm getting it to the end of those facets. It is so tiny, but it's working. Well, let me correct myself. The little ones take just a couple drops. The bigger ones obviously take a little bit more. I think I failed to mention my tray was going to have snowflakes. So that's why the snowflakes are out. I'm not just throwing some random snowflakes in the middle of the video. It is going to be a snowflake tray. I really think these are going to work good in this tray. They're thin, they have enough detail, there's different sizes, so I think it's going to come together pretty good. I'm excited. All right, I got most of that out of there. I don't think I can get any more with that silicone tool, So we will move on to the next step. And I have my Unicorn Art crushed crystal ready to go. I have 60 milliliters of clear resin mixed up. I am going to just dunk my stick in there just a little bit. Grab just a tiny bit, don't need much. It goes a long way. And that looks good. I'm going to stir that up. I am going to set it aside for a few and come back. All right, just in case I had incorporated any bubbles with my stirring, I let it degas for a minute. I have sprayed my mold with isopropyl alcohol, and we are going to pour it in. I just want a layer, not a huge layer, not thick, just enough to get my snowflakes laid down. Wiggle that around a little bit. Look at that crystal shimmer. Love this stuff. And scrape all that goodness out of there. I really like using these silicone cups, much better than the plastic measuring cups. I just wish I had them in bigger sizes. That one's really small, it doesn't hold a lot. But it's good for little projects when you're doing layers or just the little projects in general. All right, I have my snowflakes ready to go. I had to let my Tiffy blue rim set up, and while that was setting up, my snowflakes were also setting up. So we're going to demold them. Look at how cute they are. So I don't know how many I ended up with. I used all but one, I know that. And these bigger ones were still a little soft, and I did not end up using that bottom one there. And that is the only one that had a hanging hook part. The other ones I had tipped. Well, I had them all tipped on a popsicle stick, but that first one filled up that cavity. So it's the only one that came out with the hanging hook part. I guess I overfilled that one. All right, I found a dog hair in there. Go figure. So I had to scoop that out with my dotting tool. I am going to take some alcohol, spray the layer that I am putting, not the layer, the side that I'm putting down into the layer, just to try to avoid bubbles. And there's enough crushed crystal in there that you probably won't see any bubbles, even if they do form. But let's play it safe anyway and give it a squirt. So I'm just randomly placing them down. I have no pattern, no rhyme, no reason. Just gonna stick them in there. So I only had 2 big ones that I used. The rest were medium and small. I think they look really good. They're sitting nicely. They're not sinking to the bottom. So I don't think I'll have to worry about any pitting once it comes out. And then I found these at Michael's. They're just pearls, little pearls. And they also have like little star iridescent sprinkles in the same bottle. But I'm going to just use the pearls. So it kind of looks like, I don't know, snowdrops or little snowballs. I don't know what it looks like. I just thought it would look cute. So I'm placing those all around, trying to get them in between snowflakes. There was the bottle. Give it a squirt of alcohol and set it aside. Now I had to babysit that thing before I could move on to this next layer. That big one in the top corner kept moving and floating So every 5 minutes, I was moving it back and moving it back. It was driving me crazy. But I got through it. I made it out the other end. So it's all good. All right, so it's set. It's set so I can put the next layer of clear on there. Now, I debated on whether to do clear all the way through or just another thin clear layer or just back it with the Tiffy blue. I was worried that if I backed it with the Tiffy blue, if there was any space, it would go underneath the snowflakes and completely wipe out the face of the tray. I had this happen when I was doing a fall leaf tray. My only conclusion was that it wasn't a thick enough backing, and when I backed it in black, it all seeped under the leaves that I did. So I wasn't going to make that mistake again. So clear layer it is. Well, with a little bit of crushed crystal in it, of course. So another layer. I'm going to make sure I cover all my snowflakes. Make sure my snowflakes are completely submerged. And then we're going to let this sit aside and let it cure up and wait for the next layer. This corner snowflake needs a little bit of extra attention. The big snowflakes were definitely my problem children in this project. Get that covered. I'm going to give it a spray of alcohol and we wait. All right, it is time for the next layer. I have my Tiffy blue from Eye Candy once again. I am stirring it in, I think it was 40 milliliters of resin. There's my Tiffy blue. Love it. And we're going to just pour it and get a backing on this thing. I am going to throw it in my curing machine because honestly, this project is taking forever. I want to get it done and over with. So I'm going to pour that in there, get it covered, and I'm hoping that this all turns out how I'm envisioning it. We shall see. Yikes, autofocus is zooming in and zooming out. It's going crazy. All right, I'm going to scrape my cup as much as I can. I got to get this back covered. So I'm going to spread it out with my stick and set it aside, and I will see you on demold. And we are back. It is time. Let's see how this thing looks. Oh, I can see a snowflake through the back. That's not good. That's all right. It's the back. Nobody will see the back. Right? Just you guys. You won't tell anybody. All right, let's get this thing out of there. Get it flipped over. I want to see the front. Please don't have covered all my snowflakes in the front. Oh, yes. All right, all right. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Oh, I love it. I love it. It is the best tray I've done. Hands down, the best tray I've done. The glitter is amazing. The snowflakes are so delicate. I love the pearls in there. I love it. Oh my gosh. What do you think? Did I nail it? This tray is beautiful. It is stunning. I wish you could see it in person. All right, I have a little bit of overage I need to trim. Just a tiny little spot, but I need it to be cured fully before I do that. I will get you some final pictures, and please let me know what you think of this. I'm so excited. It looks so good. Thanks for watching.